Hey y'all, welcome back to Unfiltered but Still Covered. Honest conversations, grace still applied. Now, before we even get into this episode, I need you to do something for me real quick. While you're listening, I want you to really pay attention to yourself. Not them, not your ex, not the person that hurt you, just you. Because sometimes we listen to stuff like this and we're trying to diagnose everybody else, and the whole time God trying to reveal us to ourselves. And if at any point during this episode you catch yourself saying, dang, that's me. Oh, girl, you ain't never lied. Clock that T. Don't ignore it, sit with it. Because today we're going to talk about how healing changes what you're attracted to. And baby, some of us thought we had a type. Whole time we had a trauma pattern. And once I realized that, baby, a lot of stuff started making sense. So, have you ever noticed how some people only feel exciting when they're stressing you out? Like, why I gotta be confused to feel butterflies? Like, you're waiting on texts, stressed out, wondering how come they ain't called out. It's lunchtime. I know what time you go to lunch. Checking energy shifts, overthinking tone changes. The biggest one is what? Emotional inconsistency. Some of us got so confused to emotional chaos, peace started feeling suspicious. You know what I mean? And I'm going to say something that might sting a little bit. So this might be one of those nuggets that you take. But everybody that gave you butterflies was not your person. Sometimes that was just anxiety. Mm. Pay attention to whether you feel calm around people or constantly emotionally activated. And honestly, once you start healing, you realize some connections weren't deep, they were just intense. Okay? We're going to talk about that too. But the part people don't talk about enough. Sometimes people connect because they recognize each other's wounds. Broken pieces try to fit into places where broken pieces already exist. Let that breathe. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. People are bonding through pain, trauma bonding, oversharing too fast. Quit telling all your business. You don't need, really, I don't even talk about my past with somebody who I know is not going to be in my future. Because what do you need to know all about me for? You know what I mean? Or that trauma dumping. I went through this and my last person this and da 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 da. Not only don't nobody care for real, but the oversharing is really exhausting to listen to. So you're not portraying yourself as you are. You're portraying the hurt version of you. Somebody else then showed up to the conversation. You're trying to feel understood. You know what I mean? But it's more like you're confusing familiarity with compatibility. Because some people like they knew your wounds better than they knew you. They knew what you were going through. They knew who hurt you. They knew what your baby daddy did. They know your daddy wasn't there, what your cousin or your uncle did to you, how where your mama was hanging out at. Ooh. And just because somebody understands your pain doesn't mean they were assigned to heal it for you or with you. We became best friends right there, didn't we? I know. You want me to say it again? Just because somebody understands your pain does not mean they're assigned to heal with you or to heal you. So ask yourself, did y'all actually build something healthy together? Or did y'all just understand each other's brokenness? Because it was a lot of times I just understood the brokenness. Because trauma bonding will have you calling dysfunction chemistry. We not compatible. We broke. In. You know what I mean? Trauma bonds feel like love when you're just emotionally tired. Baby, listen. Sometimes, like relationships, they feel deep because they survived a lot, not because they were healthy. You know what I mean? So, like, maybe you were fighting, arguing, and it's not just between you and your spouse or your mate. It could be the trauma that you're dealing with on an everyday basis that you're bringing home. So y'all going through it together, not intentionally, but because they're there. It's not healthy, but because they're there. Like the breakup to makeup cycles. Break up. I ain't gonna keep doing that. Might be my tagline because I'm always singing a song because I can go back. But remember that song, Break Up to Make Up? That's all we do. First you love me, then you hate me. It's a game for fools because it is. Begging for the bare minimum. Something so small. Literally, I have been in situations to where it could be something as small as, can you give me a roll of toilet paper? No, I can't do it right now. What you mean? I mean, like I need something small or relief after emotional pain that they're giving to you, not because they're trying to console you, but because they're there in the moment and that's what to do. You know what I mean? If you're in the moment and you're with somebody and they're going through something, don't you kind of like automatically comfort them? You know, hey, it's gonna be okay, whatever, whatever, or that awkward silence because you really don't know what to say, and this ain't your problem, and I don't care for real. The highs and the lows, the inconsistency when you're expecting relationship, relationship energy, and they're not giving you relationship energy because they're not seeing that in you, and they're broken too. They got other things going on, so they're gonna be inconsistent. The same person hurting you became the person comforting you. It just creates emotional confusion. You're confused. You know what I'm saying? We have all been there, especially as women, because we're nurturers. We want to be loved. We want to fix the broken, but don't want to fix our own broken. Excuse me. That's why some people are hard to leave. Not because they're good for you, but because your nervous system got attached to the cycle. I'm trying to stop cussing y'all, and I've been doing good, but listen. You used to it. You know that y'all about to argue, break up. He gonna leave. You gonna pack up that little trash bag, the little grocery paper grocery sack that we use for a trash bag. Put his little Jordans in there. You got him for his birthday outfit. Give him a couple little fruit snacks from the kids. Send him on his way. He going back to his mama's house. By the weekend, he'll be back. Right? Chaos creates emotional intensity, but intensity and intimacy are not the same thing. Listen, pay attention to whether you actually feel emotionally safe with people or just emotionally attached. There's a difference. Am I here and I feel comfortable? I feel safe. I know they're going to protect my emotions. Or am I just attached to them emotionally because I'm here, I'm sad, I'm broken, and that's the person in my moment? Baby, listen, attachment will have you calling something a soul tie when you really just haven't healed. So, listen, people use the phrase soul ties all the time. But let's be for real. Some people leave emotional fingerprints on you. Intimacy. I was always told if you sleep with one person and that person slept with four, you just slept with five, right? Vulnerable, the vulnerability of it. Because intimacy makes you vulnerable. Those conversations during the moments, now you got all these kids because that's when he told you that he wanted them. You're leaving yourself open and your emotional access is on go. Ain't got nothing to do with nothing else. You're just emotionally attached. It's an attachment. Lingering emotional connection. A soul tie. You know what I'm saying? And then we jump into that and we bring the intimacy in it before we need to bring the intimacy. We're bringing intimacy in it. We don't even know these people's last names. Sometimes it's not that you're in love anymore. You're just emotionally entangled. Okay, Jada, it's an entanglement. And you can miss somebody and still need distance from them. And that's okay. Let's be for real. I miss you, but go home. Go with your boys. Hang out. Stop having these men up underneath you all day, girl. We ain't gonna do that. Just because you miss a connection doesn't mean it was a healthy connection. Stop asking yourself why you can't let go and start asking what part of you got attached. What about this person made you attached? Where did this soul tie connect itself to you at? What was a trauma that bonded you? And honestly, you saw that red flag. You knew that food wasn't right for you. Healing changes your standards because healing changes what finally feels safe. See, now I feel like I'm preaching. Y'all know I want to. Healing makes different things attractive, okay? Because think about it. Once you get over something in a situation, your energy shifts upward from there. You know what I'm saying? You stop accepting things because you're healing your brokenness, you're healing your trauma. And let's keep in mind, this trauma might not even be from this person's situation. This could be childhood trauma, triggers from 10, 15 years ago, but they're there because you didn't heal them. But once you're healing them and that energy shifts, consistency is starting to become attractive. Emotional maturity, because you can talk about your feelings and mean what you say, and you're not talking through tears, hurt, and pain. You can be honest. Your communication is clear, precise, and it makes sense. You don't have the, oh, I don't know. I don't know. I want to talk about it. When you mature and you heal, you want to talk about it. You want to get it out, and you want to fix it now because you want peace, right? Healing made emotionally unavailable. Stop looking mysterious and start looking exhausting. Healing made emotionally unavailable. Stop looking mysterious and start looking exhausting. The healed version of me stopped chasing potential and started paying attention to patterns. I stopped asking, do they like me? And started asking, how do I feel after interacting with them? Because let me tell y'all something. You can find a lot out in a phone call. You ain't got to go on a date. Start paying attention to what drains you, not just what excites you. Because that's how we kind of get confused in the moments. Because it's the cupcake stage. Doesn't the cupcake always feel good? You know you don't need it. You shouldn't be eating it. But you want it because it's good, it's cute, it's pretty. Now they have all these flavors besides just chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. Start paying attention to that. When you're in this phone call, I always listen to their background. How do they interact with other people in their household? I tell my kids that. How does the girl's family talk to her? How does she interact with them? Do you ever hear her talk about her father? Do you ever hear the mother and father talking? Are they always arguing? Because 10 times out of 10, she got some trauma there if she's listening to this all day, every day. If her mama don't know how to talk to her daddy, she's not going to know how to talk to you because she's never been taught. Do you like that on the phone? You know what I'm saying? Can I have you somewhere out and you know how to call a waiter to a table? Do you be like, hey, yo, come here, come here. Hey, boy, hey, boy. Nuh-uh, you ain't about to embarrass me. Do you know how to hold a fork? You know? Come on now. Listen, healing is weird because you start outgrowing things that you once begged for. I can tell you, I prayed for this man with dreads, light skinned, fine, pretty eyes, everything just, I can't stand a man with dreads now because he was one of the worst. Abusive, emotionally. He didn't know how to talk to nobody. But in my head, he's doing all this, and I was young. It's like 10, 15, 20 years ago. Longer than that, 20 years ago. But he's doing all the right things because he's placing himself in the situations where I need him. So it looks like he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. And in my head, I'm feeling like this is what I need and this is what I want. But in reality, my mama's like, girl, leave him alone. And when I finally woke up, now I can see him in public. I'd be like, oh, I used to talk to you. Have you ever had that happen before? I used to mess with him and be in love, baby. That was your husband. He calling you wifey. That's your boo thing. Y'all got songs together. And it's always the dumb rap songs. Think about it. It can't never be like Gerald Levert, 112, old school R&B, 1967, the platters and the spinners and the four tops. It ain't none of that. It's always some dumb, nasty rap song and you holding the gun, cutting up weed and hiding bullets. Like, what? This is what I want? Trauma bonding. I'm just saying. And honestly, sometimes you don't even miss the person. You just miss it because it's familiar. That's what you're used to. You know what I mean? Just, oh, Lord, I've done some dumb stuff. Just stupid. And now, you know what I'm saying? You have to like literally connect yourself. You want to be married? You can be the single friend with married friends. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to teach you how to be a wife. You don't want to be a wife, but you're hanging with your single friends. You know what I'm saying? The bitter chicks, the bitter Beckys, all of them. That's not what you want. You want to be a wife, you need to start acting like a wife now. You could be Proverbs 31 now. You know what I'm saying? Ruth wasn't married. She wasn't even paying attention to Boaz. Let's be for real. She wasn't paying attention. But she was positioned and she wanted in. Carry yourself how you want to be. You know what I'm saying? Listen, everybody's talking about finding their missing piece, but sometimes two broken pieces cut each other trying to fit. It's a messed up puzzle. It's a messed up puzzle. You deserve relationships that don't constantly leave you confused, drained, anxious, or questioning yourself. Love is not supposed to feel like survival all the time. Love can be peaceful. Love is peaceful. Love's not boastful. We know the scripture. But listen, if this episode made you think about somebody, send it to them. Because, baby, everybody got that one homegirl that needs this conversation. This has been unfiltered but still covered. Honest conversations. Grace still applied.